Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the night. Finally, we get the information that we've all wanted all week since Friday Night SmackDown, and that horrendous creative that we saw, which saw Cody Rhodes give up his main event WrestleMania spot and his desired match against Roman Reigns for the Universal Heavyweight Championship, gave it up because he sought counsel from The Rock and then stepped aside, and everybody was wondering if this meant Dwayne Johnson is coming back to the WWE to finally wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, which would put the conclusion to the Tribal Chief head of the table storyline. Tonight we find out. What Cody's fate is. Do they add him to the WrestleMania main event in some capacity? Is it going to be a triple threat match? Is it going to be Roman Reigns wrestling on Saturday and Sunday? Well, if you're Mike Johnson and PW Insider, The Rock is 100% performing at WrestleMania, so don't expect him to all of a sudden, due to negative feedback, remove himself from the situation. How long ago was the press conference planned? Was it the last-minute decision that we all thought it was? Or was this thing planned ahead of time? And Seth Rollins says to The Rock, "We're happy that you're here, but bro, we don't need you." All that and so much more today on Off the Script as we get ready for this major press conference tonight live, 7 p.m. on Peacock. Andrew Baydala and myself will be live tonight right here on this channel at 8:30 on Thursday night as soon as it's over. And we will have a live stream discussing all of the major happenings coming out of the WrestleMania 40 press conference live from Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. Start off with this one. The Rock is 100% performing in the ring at WrestleMania 40. Now, the match was planned in secret last month. Cody didn't know about it. Triple H supposedly knew about it, but I don't really understand the narrative of people thinking, well, Triple H, he was in the know. He's just as guilty as anyone. No. Now, what do you want him to do? What would you like Paul Levesque to do in that instance? His hands were tied. They made a huge creative decision. It was all on The Rock in that moment. If The Rock wanted this match, then he should have taken the steps to get us there logically. Meaning, if he wanted to make this match with Roman Reigns, Dwayne, how come you didn't win the Royal Rumble, bro? No, but we got Cody Rhodes out there winning the Royal Rumble, pointing to Roman, mentioning Roman at the press conference, coming out on Friday claiming that he wants Roman. Nobody but Roman wants Roman's title, wants to take everything away from him. But you know what? I want all that, but not at WrestleMania. Wow, man, what a way to make your biggest babyface look like a fucking idiot. Great job there, Dwayne. So this match was made in secret. Triple H basically said, well, I don't give a shit what you guys are doing. You do what you want. I'm going to do what I want. My guy's winning the Royal Rumble, and we're going ahead with plans. I don't give a fuck. He had plans in place. Things were thought out, and Triple H went ahead with them. You want to make sense of it? It's on you now. I don't need this shit. I already had a plan, and now you guys are changing it without my say? Behind my back? Not notifying the talent involved? Ridiculous. The match was planned in secret. Rock was guaranteed this match while he was appointed to the TKO Board of Directors. He was also given the rights to the trademark of the name, The Rock, in addition to $30 million in stock. So a lot is riding on this for Dwayne. He feels that he doesn't want his money in the hands of everybody else. And for the Vince McMahon stuff that has cast a dark cloud over the company, he feels he needs to come in and save WrestleMania. And he wants to make it the biggest WrestleMania of all time. And clearly he wants to build upon that $30 million in stock. So it goes to $40 million or $50 million. He doesn't want anybody else in control of his money. Part of The Rock's deal to join the board of directors was to get the match with Reigns, something he and the company wanted to do for years. We've stated this as well numerous times on this show. WrestleMania 40 is the absolute worst time to do it. And WrestleMania 39 was probably the best time to do it. But Rock, according to him, he figures that this is the best time of all. Meanwhile, we all know it is the absolute most illogical and worst time to do this match. But I'm not Dwayne Johnson, and I'm not part of creative. He also pushed strongly for the match as a way to save the WrestleMania card due to CM Punk tearing his tricep and Brock Lesnar being removed from all creative aspects with his name in the Janelle Grant lawsuit. This is despite Cody Rhodes earning the title shot against Roman Reigns when he won the Royal Rumble, with the belief that he will now challenge Seth Rollins for the World's Heavyweight Championship. I guess we'll find out on the press conference tonight. PW Insider reports that The Rock is 100% performing in the ring at WrestleMania 40 as it's happening, and he's contractually locked in. There had been a small amount of speculation that The Rock might pull out of the match because of the negative feedback from the fans all week, but that is not the case. They were told that there is no scenario where The Rock is not wrestling Reigns at WrestleMania unless something unforeseen happens, like an injury. Now, Dave Meltzer went on the Wrestling Observer Radio last night as well and noted that whatever WWE plans to do with all three of these men, it won't be a triple threat match as some have speculated, and it could be what WWE was planning. Whatever they're doing, says Meltzer, whether it's a three-way, which I was told is not going to be, but whether it's them doing two matches where Roman wrestles on Saturday and then Roman wrestles on Sunday, or how they make this thing work, I was told it will likely be completed by the end of the press conference if that is the plan. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for your unbelievable fucking journalism there, man. No shit, we'll find out at the end of the fucking press conference. When are we going to find out? Knowing Dwayne, we'll find out 1 week before WrestleMania. This is where the conversation in the community gets a little heated. Now it's, oh, we got to add Cody. Yeah, we got to add Cody, but if we add Cody, the one thing that we can't take back is basically him looking like a fucking idiot on Friday night. Oh, I want to take everything away from you, but not at WrestleMania. I understand people are trying to cope with the fact that Cody might not be there, but none of this works out in the way that you want. None of it's going to look good. Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, if we get that one-on-one match, Cody Rhodes cannot win that title. He can't. Why can't Cody win that title? Because it's not the title that he wants. Why are we going to give him the title that he doesn't want when he clearly stated he wants Roman's title? If Cody beats Rollins in the main event of night one of WrestleMania and wins the World's Heavyweight Championship, it accomplishes nothing. All you're doing is making the eventual win over Roman Reigns less than. Cody should not be winning a championship unless he's taking the title off of Roman Reigns. If you do Cody and Rollins and have Cody beat Rollins, it is going to take away from the overall moment from Cody beating Roman. You don't want him holding up any other championship title in the company. They already did it with the tag team titles when he was tag team champions with Jey Uso. You would think that this was all leading to Cody and Roman. You don't want him holding up another world championship unless it is the Universal Heavyweight Championship, or in this case, the WWE Championship. So even if you do find a way to add him to this main event with Rock and Roman, whether it's a triple threat match, which I don't really care for, or Roman wrestles 2 times over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, you can't take away from the fact that Cody looks like a fucking fool. He's already told him that I don't want anyone, any title but you, but not at WrestleMania. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to have him show up tonight at the press conference and say, you know what, I changed my mind. You make him look weak. But he's already given you 2 instances before that where he's already claimed to everybody that he wants Roman. He's targeting Roman. At the Rumble, he pointed at Roman. At the press conference after the Rumble, the post-show scrum, he mentioned he's coming after Roman. And now he doesn't want Roman, only to show up tonight and say, you know what, I changed my mind. I do want Roman. Make it into something, man. I don't know how they make it into something to make it make sense, but you're never going to get rid of the fact that Cody looks like a blithering fool. And I know people are trying to cope. Well, if they don't add Rollins to the main event, well, maybe we'll do it at a Madison Square Garden show. All right, well, that's great. And I know that's where Dusty did his thing, and he won the title and had it taken away from him. And they want to do the same thing with Cody, and it's going to be a grand spectacle and all this other shit. I don't care if it's a great moment or not. It will be a great moment. But why do we need to wait? See, even that decision has adverse effects on the WWE product. Do you really want Roman Reigns to hold the championship past WrestleMania so that we have an absentee champion through April, May, June, July, August, September? People are talking about doing this in September when he breaks Hogan's third place record, and going into October when WWE rumored to maybe be planning a Madison Square Garden show for Cody. But at the end of the day, folks, SmackDown's going to suffer. They're not going to have a champion. And we are giving WWE, again, creative fucking malpractice here, giving WWE SmackDown with no fucking champion at the top of the card. I don't want that. Who asked for that? You want to go through another year of that? You want to go through another year of Roman Reigns having Paul Heyman call Roman Reigns? No, I don't want to see that anymore. We're over it. We're over it. And then if we get the one-on-one match with Dwayne and Roman, some people are saying, well, the title might not be on the line. It might be for the head of the table. What are you doing with that outcome? If the title isn't on the line, then you're just opening up the fucking Pandora's box for Rock beating Roman. Is he really lobbying to beat his cousin in the main event of WrestleMania? Oh, yeah, Rock could beat Roman, but the championship doesn't have to be on the line. No! No! Cody needs to beat Roman for the title, and it needs to be one-on-one. The only person that should be beating Roman is Cody. What the fuck does Rock need all that he's done for the last 4 years? What? None of it, in any which way you look at it, makes sense. None of it. I don't know what they do. Legitimately, however you swing it, Cody looks like a fucking fool. And he doesn't deserve that. So what are we going to do? Are we going to do 2 nights? Roman wrestling Rock on night 1, which people are claiming, oh, well, Rock is not going to wrestle at night 1. Why not? Is night 1 a different fucking show? Is it not WrestleMania? If it's not WrestleMania, I'd love for you to tell me what the fucking show is called. Roman and Rock, night 1. Roman wins. He beats Dwayne. He takes all of that. And then the Empire crumbles on night 2. The whole fucking weekend should be the ending of Roman's reign and the bloodline finally crumbling. That's what it should be. We didn't ask for this. WWE put themselves in this situation. Dwayne put himself in this situation. Mr. Long Gamer. 2 months ain't a long game, bruh. It'll be here before you know it. Out goes the winter jackets, in comes the hoodies. It'll be here before you fucking know it. Long game is WrestleMania 41. Whatever this fucking shit creative is, now they have to book their way out of it. How they do it, I don't know. Now, the press conference, this thing was not planned at the last minute. Meltzer spoke about this on Wrestling Observer Radio. He noted a venue like the T-Mobile Arena is not something that WWE could book on short notice, further backing up the reports that Rock vs. Reigns was planned in early January when The Rock joined the TKO board of directors, and only a handful of people knew they were going in that direction instead of having Cody Rhodes run it back with Roman Reigns. Meltzer says, I know some people want to believe that the CM Punk injury or the Vince McMahon stuff is the reason for the Dwayne creative decision. But as I mentioned before, that's not the case. They had booked T-Mobile for Thursday with Dwayne long ago. Like somebody there just kind of mentioned in passing, it's not like you can get the T-Mobile Arena 4 days in advance for something that we're changing. It's like this thing they had to be booked way in advance. What I mentioned in January, on January 3rd, it looks like it was being talked about to make a date and have an agreement on January 3. There was pretty much an understanding well before that. So they kept that one quiet. and you know how it all plays out. Whatever it is, it's working. I think they're absolutely thrilled out of their minds, and they certainly should be. The idea is business and interest levels are up, says Dave Meltzer. I'm excited for the press conference. This is right in Nick Khan's wheelhouse. This is what he wants to do. This is WWE going a more sports-like presentation. You know, WWE and Vince McMahon wasn't doing stuff like this. I love it. It's going to be about 7,000, 8,000 people there. It's open to the general public. The Rock is going to get booed out of the fucking building. It's going to be a major deal. It's going to make WrestleMania feel like the most must-see show in the entire world tonight. I love it. But the way they went about it, I can't stand for that, man. I don't stand for the secrecy. I don't stand for the egos. I don't stand for, hey, you know, Rock is doing this for himself and fuck everybody else. I don't stand for that, man. I don't. It's probably the primary reason why I'm not excited about all that's going down right now, and I would rather WWE just do the right thing. Seriously. Seth Rollins, he had something to say about Mr. Dwayne, Mr. Long Gamer. The Rock and Cody Rhodes has been a hot topic of discussion, with wrestlers even going out of their way on social media within the WWE locker room to tweet the hashtag #WeWantCody. During the appearance on, I believe he was on the NFL Network's Good Morning Football show, Seth Rollins noted that while they appreciate having The Rock, WWE doesn't need him, which is factual, as the company hasn't been more profitable. It's amazing how Rock kind of wants to interject himself when creative is the best it's been in years. The company is as hot as it's ever been. They're making more money. And Dwayne wants to come on in and just kind of get a piece of that. Like I said before, he's not needed. He's not needed on TV. He's not needed creatively in any way. He's not needed for WrestleMania. Seth Rollins clearly agrees, whether this is in character or not. I don't really give a shit. The fact that Rollins is saying this, if he's working us, this is definitely a work shoot. This is exactly how he feels. He might have been in character. I didn't really get a sense for the actual clip. But this is what he says. Hey, man, look. If The Rock wants to jump on the bandwagon, ride my coattails into WrestleMania, that's totally fine with me. Look, I get it. WWE is as hot as it's ever been. We're selling out arenas, stadiums. Any place we go right now is huge. We just inked two massive deals, SmackDown to USA Network and Raw to Netflix. My show, which I've been anchoring for the past decade, just signed the most lucrative television deal in the history of professional wrestling with Netflix, which is going to be a game changer starting next year. So we are living life right now. We are huge, and for The Rock to want to come on board now, jump on my WrestleMania, get his toes wet, I get it. So mad respect to him, but everything he's done outside of here and everything he's done for our industry, I got no problem with The Rock wanting to jump on in and do business for us, man. I mean, we appreciate having him. Like I said, he's riding my coattails. He just needs to remember that. Look at the numbers. Look at who's been on Monday Night Raw for the past 10 years. More than anybody, it's me. I get the credit, not him. So he can come on in. He can get what he wants. He can take his little piece, and then he could go back to Hollywood and do his thing because we got this thing. We don't need you. We love to have you, but we don't need you, big guy. Whether it's whether it's work shoot, that's the general feeling of what's going on in the locker room. And for the fact that Rollins put that out there when, you know, everybody's now walking on fucking eggshells because they think Dwayne is going to fucking make some ridiculous decision, some hasty decision. I've said this a couple of times over the past week. It's like they fired Vince McMahon and hired Vince McMahon at the same fucking time. They fired Vince McMahon only to hire Vince McMahon. Because that's all The Rock is with his latest creative move. I'm not giving Paul Levesque a pass. I'm not. Don't twist my words. He might have known about the WrestleMania plans on January 3rd, but what the fuck did you want him to do? Seriously. I feel bad for him. I feel like he's had power taken away from him little by little ever since that day. But this reeks of a Vince McMahon move. I'm not saying Vince made this move, but it just looks and feels like something Vince would have done. And The Rock is doing that. Hired Brian Gewirtz to come back, and he wrote that fucking promo on Friday. I mean, it's nothing more than a mess. It's nothing more than a mess. Thursday, we'll find out. I don't know how they're going to swing it. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to anger a lot of fucking people if they don't put Cody in the main event. And if Cody is wrestling Rollins, he's not winning that title. He should not win that title. And that really opens up the creative to get Drew McIntyre involved, get Damian Priest involved, and have night one go off the air with Damian Priest cashing in the briefcase and winning the World Heavyweight Championship. That's what needs to be done. Cody should not be holding a title unless it is the WWE Championship. And Rock should not be beating Roman. If the title's going to be on the line, Roman needs to win. If the title's not on the line, Roman needs to win. Rock should not, under any circumstances at all, Rock should not be lobbying. Rock should not be creatively going over Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I don't know where they're going, but I just have a feeling there's going to be more wrong than right in this situation. And I'm already locked and loaded to give you guys one hell of a rant. If any of this shit, the way it plays out, doesn't go right, you know where you coming after WrestleMania. Ridiculous. I'll be live with Drew tonight to talk about the press conference. It's going to be one interesting evening. Guys, thank you very much for all your support. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. We will have more content going into Friday. I will have a video coming out on the Scott D'Amore shock firing of Scott D'Amore from TNA Wrestling. Don't know why, but I got a whole bunch of news as in regards to a possible explanation as to why Anthem Sports let go of the face of TNA. Hard to kill. Anthem Sports may have just killed TNA Wrestling. Guys, I'll see you tonight live on YouTube with Andrew Baydala for a very special TNT right here for the press conference on Off the Script. We'll see you guys later.